I started lecturing on the issue of you have people who come from a particular culture, say they come from a traditional African culture. In a traditional African culture, you go and see the sangoma. You take your relative with you. You don't go alone, so you don't have a wool pulled over your eyes, and so that you'll properly hear and understand. The sangoma will treat you, including, it will ask you about your life, your family, your neighbors, all the circumstances, and then include all of that in the treatment. So it's this very rounded, holistic approach. And the treatment is kept very open. Nothing is secret about it.
Okay.
If you go then to a Western doctor, you go in where it's a very clinical environment, a silver desk, everyone's wearing white.
Yes.
They speak to you in a language you don't understand, using funny names of long Latin names of things that you don't understand what it is. You're not allowed to take someone with you, and you've got everything is discreet and private. You don't talk about your illness. Your neighbors, no one else comes into the story at all, and you're given a medicine you don't know what it is. It's a sort of pill in a bottle. You can't see a plant or anything you understand.
Yes.
So as a result of that, people actually don't heal. There's
No, they
such a
don't.
emotional component in our healing that causes that problem.
Well, this is so interesting that you're saying this, because this is something that I was discussing the other week with Tobias Churton about Rosicrucianism and Paracelsian medicine. That was the whole thing. And astrology, when it was still a cosmology, used to do this.
Yeah.
You know, the chart tells you everything about the person, and nothing is divorced. You don't isolate the body from the rest of the chart.
Exactly.
You know, it's part of one house in the sort of the wheel, but now the planets are working through, you know, all of the houses, and they're all linked through aspects. And this is how people, you know, would I mean, even, you know, Culpeper and Lily, I'm sure the first thing they do is look at the person's natal chart.
Of course, exactly.
So yeah, it's quite stark. And then they wonder why people don't, as you say, kind of heal, because you're only treating the body as if it was a car, instead of seeing it as part of, you know, an environment, relationships, a psychology. Yeah, it's really, really interesting.